Oh, that's not the one for today, but this is the one for today. Okay, we have two more topics about the spiritual part, which I wanted to start. And the beginning of the year for us, because for some people it's not the beginning of the year. But anyways, I wanted to start with the foundation. Yeah, talk about the spiritual part. I noticed that many people, my personal experience and people that I encountering through my life, when they have the spiritual foundation in place, they don't fall apart. But when they have their job is the most important part of their life, and they lose a job for whatever reason, they collapse. Or my personal experience, when you are so in love with somebody and that somebody come and say, I have to go, I found somebody, and you don't know what to do. So you think that's the end of your life. When I make God part of my life, and the spiritual, and I know it is a lot of controversy. I know it is a lot of misunderstanding about what God is, what is the play of God in our life. They confuse spirituality with religion, and I do understand, because I'm being in both sides. I'm being from Catholic to Mormon to the New Age to Jehovah's Witness to religion from India. And I do understand all that talking, I'm sorry, until I became like, phew, until I understood that God is only waiting for the connection to be with one-to-one. That's it. It's just having that conversation. Make God your best friend. And everything started developing by itself. So that's where I'm coming from. That's why I call it spiritual. And to be honest, I have to decide. I believe this, I believe that. So I came to my conclusion that I was going to believe the God that is in the Bible. Okay. I mean, reading the Word of God, and I don't find anything that is meant to harm my life. But what I find is things to help me to be a better person. Like forgiveness. I have to forgive a lot of people because I have a lot of things. I was a little child, since I was a baby. What my parents did and the life where I grew up, but I have to forgive them. So I understood about forgiveness by reading the Bible and why. I understood about unconditional love. I understood about myself. I understood where I'm coming from. So that gave me the power, the strength. I found my identity, everything. So that's why I started with a foundation of the spiritual part. We have this is the part number 5, and we have one more, which is four sessions, because the next one is going to be in Spanish, English, and then we're done with the spiritual part. And then we're going to enter into what is your relationship with money, your relationship with love. I don't know, to be honest. I haven't prepared the material yet. I mean, I have it because I can talk about all these topics day and night. And I'm very passionate to talk about this. But I don't know yet. So again, we have this one, and then the final is gonna be in 4 weeks. Okay, so thank you for allowing me to express myself and tell you where I'm coming from. And Jose, he doesn't understand it had to make noise. Okay, so I get distracted. Oh, all right. So here we go. We're going to talk about Genesis, and this is part 5. And I'm sorry. My name is Lily Ackerman. I'm a transformational body, mind, and spirit master coach. My job is to help people to understand about themselves, to find out their own identity. Because when you find your own identity, you find how powerful you are. You find the best of you. So you start looking life with a different lens, with a different, not needy of love, but then you realize I deserve love, but not from a needy perspective. Because to come to look for love from a needy perspective, it make you a doormat. It make you, and that's not love. And it connect you to people that they are not gonna be available for love for you, because and that's one. And well, we can go through a lot of the stuff right now, but it's easy for me to start talking for one thing and then I hard to come back where I am today. Okay, so I when you understand about you are more powerful, you have more clarity to see, to connect with the right people, to connect with the right relationship, to see money coming in, because well, everything is start falling into place. So that's what I do. Okay. I live in California. I born in Mexico City. So Mexico is my country of birth, and United States is my step country. I love these countries very dearly, and I'm very grateful to have a mother and a stepmother. Okay, well, now that I said that, we're talking about Genesis. So Genesis part 5. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the earth, and to everything that creepeth up on the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. I really like that it was so, because we can do the same thing in life. And it was so. And God saw everything that had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. So I say that it was so because if we take this as a blueprint for our lives, we can truthfully say it was so. We can see whatever we want to do, if it's good for our lives. I mean, you reflect and what are you going to do? Not just do it. You reflect, is this good for me? And we can apply this for everything, for when you're eating, in your new job, in your career, in your family, in your finances. Is it good? Is it beneficial? It's going to affect me. In which ways it's going to affect me? In which ways it's going to benefit? And what about my surroundings? What about my family? What about everything? So we can apply this concept, and then said it was so, because if it's good, if it's beneficial, so we can make the plan, we can make the set our goals, and it was so, like so many part. I mean, before, like I have many goals, but I coming from cloudy and very toxic. I was toxic to myself. I became toxic to myself. So how I was going to find happiness? how I was going to find the right people, how I was going to connect with what I wanted. It was impossible. But even then, when I started working with God, He showed me. He showed me His, and it was hard for me to understand, because if you believe that you don't deserve love, and then you're reading about love and the love that He has for me, yes, I couldn't understand in the beginning how He can love me the way I am, with everything I am. And then, but even then, it's like a little voice in your head is that telling you things are not the way you think they are until now. There's something good, there's something better. When you start following that voice, that take you to a different world, a world that I didn't know. I didn't know this world that I know now. So, and it was so many dreams. I right now, I'm telling you, I just need to know, because to be in alignment with that for what I do, the majority, okay? I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not talking about perfection. I'm still a human. I'm still making mistakes. I'm still not losing my temper, but yes, getting upset, once in a while. Yes, that part is still present. And in a way, that's okay, because that helps me to remember where I'm coming from and how far I became, how far I am from where I was. So everything is good. Everything is for good when we decide to use it for that. Then, now let's see. Oh, this is the final episode, which is, and this is what I really like. Now that we get to the final part, I wanted to come back to this one, the very first verse that we read from Genesis 1, from void, disorder, and darkness to order, light, and a useful land in all its expansion. Like many times we feel void, like living in darkness and hopeless life. That was my story, by the way. And but it is good to remember where I'm coming from, what I was saying before, that helped me to appreciate more every minute of my life. So how many of you, feel like your life is void, like nothing is working for you, like things is happening for the rest of the world, but not for me? Like I like the movie Chicago. I don't know if you ever seen it. There's one scene where when they were singing, the world is full of no's, and sometimes we feel like that, like everything I want is a no, 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 no. So I do understand the language that when you feel that you shouldn't even been here. What are you doing here? You don't deserve to breathe air. Oh, yeah, my life was very deep. So, and at the same time, to appreciate any misfortunes, because they were my great life teachers. I won't be here if I don't create, and I didn't understand where I was coming from and what to do, because that's the final decision that we had to make. Okay, this happened to me. My parents did this, or whatever. It doesn't matter what you went through life. It comes to a point that we need to decide, what are we going to do with our lives? What are we going to do with our lives? So I decide to use all of this knowledge and all of this life experience, to help others. So I promise you that everything that you feel that is that it was bad in your life, I'm telling you, there's something that you can do. And God proved it in here when he was boy, when he was disorder, the land and darkness. But then he created order, he created the light and useful light in all its expansion, meaning we can live in an abundance. People talk in abundance, but abundance is not just money. Abundance is when you know, when you conquer yourself. That's part of being abundant. Because if you conquer yourself, you can conquer everything. But most of the time we try to conquer somebody else, or we try people change, but we are not willing to change, because that's the message. I prefer you to change and I stay the same. I prepare you to change, but I'm still the same, because I cannot do it. So I can work on you, but I cannot work on me. So part of abundance, part of being successful is when you, me, I say, you know what? Whew, I need to work in this area of my life. And this is when the light start coming up. And it's when order is taken up. And useful one, because everything that we went through, we can use it for our own benefit and for people's benefit. And you don't want to go that far, you stay in your family, because if we don't resolve our personal issues, we're going to give it to the next person, our children, our grandchildren, to resolve it. Wow. And it's going to be harder, because now it's going to be 2 generations, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many generations are coming from has that diabetes in your family? How many generations are being divorced? How many generations are being broken heart? And we can say, you know what? This is, with me, that's the end. It ends right here, no more. So you can help your children. And that's part of being successful. And okay, the universe. The universe has been created to fulfill all human needs and enjoyment. So as a single mother, yes, I worry about, the bread and counting pennies and pay the rent. I was already reading the Bible, but I couldn't comprehend the magnitude of who God was. I'm still thinking about thinking about working hard, about you are the one you need to do this. And it wasn't true, because I didn't know Genesis the way I know now. And God proved it to me. I went to buy groceries, and it lasts for, I didn't buy a lot of groceries. My refrigerator was very small compared to the one I have right now. And still, I've been cooking and cooking and cooking, and I see food in the refrigerator. It's like a magic thing, like overnight, the vegetable was duplicating itself. I used to think like that, honestly. But even then, I couldn't comprehend that. I see it, I was seeing it, I was experiencing it, I was living it, but it wasn't like, it didn't kick in. But now it does. So I'm telling you right now, God has been created everything for you. And through the whole, we're reading just Genesis, but this is about not to worry is so many times in his word. So many times is, I take care of you. Be in my shelter. Let me be with you. Let me allow me in your life, like many times. So like I live in an area that they have, I don't know if you are familiar with the nopal, N-O-P-A-L. This is considered as a piece of steak, because it's super high in protein and fiber and more, many other nutrients. And they are all over in the street. But if you don't cut it when it's time to eat it, it goes thicker, and then a lot of then you cannot eat it anymore. It has to be when they are babies and thin. later on they're very thick, and then it's when I'm pretty sure you can do something with that. I wish I don't know the whole study about the nopal, but we do eat it in Mexico, and it's a delicacy for I'm sorry, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. If you are a vegan, that's unbelievable. But I see that people doesn't know how amazing is this vegetable, cactus, I'm sorry, because you see a lot on the street and they are thick, meaning nobody's eating it, nobody's cutting them. If you go to in the desert, we have the cactus, we have everywhere that you go. I mean, the rosemary is wild and medicinal properties, and a lot of herbs that we don't know that they are in the wilderness, free for you. But because we don't know, we ignore the healing properties that they have. We don't use them, but they are everywhere. And we hear stories like there's a maguey. I don't know what is in English, but if you cut it on the top and you drink the what is inside, it can save your life where there is no water. So how many? I mean, just to mention few, there's thousands of examples about that you don't need to buy and grow up as a wild herb, as a wild plant, as a wild everything, that we can use it. And it's for enjoyment, because everything is beautiful. When I go to Sequoia Park, when I go to Yosemite, when I go to the any country, Guatemala, Morocco, Spain, different parts of Mexico, soon Peru. But anyway, it is beauty everywhere in its people, it's beauty in nature, in animals, and healing properties in the vegetables. Every country has different vegetables and herbs that we can. And today, say, we can export, import, and we're surrounded like we're surrounded with everything that we need. God intended for men, we're gonna check the last one. God intended for men to have an abundant life, not a mediocre one. What is teaching us to have a mediocre life, honestly, is what we see in the TV, what we see in the I'm gonna exit right now here. Thank you. All right. It's what we see in the news, in the programs, that constantly is bombarding us to go for a drama. And so if we're watching 3 or 4 soaps and the reality that is drama, our life is gonna end on drama. And if we have friends that all of them are drama life and toxic relationship, believe it or not, trust me, our relationship is gonna end like that. So we can speak the same language. So it is beautiful, it is amazing, because we need to belong into something. And that's another topic. Anyways, so this is the final. So next week is going to be Spanish. And let me see if I forget anything. Well, yes, I'm forgetting this. Well, sorry, I'm a little bit thirsty. Some water. I put lemon in this and cayenne pepper and a pinch of salt. Anyways, my invitation is to allow yourself to see your life, make a decision. It doesn't matter what happened in your life. Make a decision today. Allow God to be in your life. Allow yourself to experience the life that you want. To experience the life that you want. And this is it. Because in the other, when I allow God to be part of my life, I was able to see the light. I was able to experience love and internal peace. Sorry. Because peace is something that is very valuable to me, which I didn't know until I encountered a relationship with God. So when I'm missing that peace, I know that there's something to do with me. It's just nothing to do with whoever is giving me trouble or circumstances or conversation or anything. I know it's me. It's me that I'm not doing something that I'm supposed to be doing or stop doing something that I'm supposed to stop doing or thinking or whatever. So that really, the word of God said, the peace that the word can understand that overpass any understanding. So that's very beautiful. Whew. And I didn't have that before. So that's what I'm saying. Just give opportunity to yourself to create something wonderful, amazing with all the bad stuff that you experience. Let's not stay in the darkness, but let's be in the light. Let's create something beautiful and wonderful with that darkness. Because in the moment that we are creating something wonderful, the light, and not like in this case, God didn't disappear the darkness because it's day and night, because everything is for a reason. See, there's some more lessons to learn, more lessons to apply. And that's it for today. I'm gonna put my link underneath. To be honest, I don't know how to do it in YouTube or the podcast, but I'm gonna learn. Every 16 of the month, I'm inviting people to come and be in the Zoom. It's in a Zoom called True Invitation to any goal that you have in your life that you want to accomplish, that you really, really, really want to accomplish, and for whatever reason you haven't been able to do it, we work together. It's free and it's for you. So take it. This is my gift to you. See, if you're here, God is calling you to get out where you are and to start your new life. So what about that? Okay. And this is for today. See you next week in Spanish. Bye.